children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in today's class from the chapter fractions, we are going to discuss about word problems. Yes, what did we study till now? Till now we have studied various operations on fractions. What are the operations, children? The various operations here mean how to add the fractions, how to subtract the fractions, how to multiply the fractions, and also how to divide the fractions. Yes, we have learned how to perform these various operations on given fractions. Now, as we know how to perform these operations, we can solve word problems easily. Yes or no, children? The main thing that we do in word problems is we apply certain operations to the given information. So as we already know how to apply these operations, let us solve some word problems based on them. What does based on them means? Based on the operations on fractions. Coming to our first example, Arjun wrote a unit test in mathematics and science. He answered 3 by 4 questions correctly in mathematics and 2 by 3 questions correctly in science. In which subject will his score be more? What are they saying here in word problems? It is important that you understand the question carefully, children. See, if you understand the question, the solving part becomes very easy. Okay? So that is why if you do not understand the question, read it twice or thrice so that it becomes clear. What are they saying? Our Arjun here wrote a unit test in 2 subjects. What are they? In mathematics and in science. So Arjun wrote a unit test in 2 subjects, mathematics and science. And what did he do? He answered 3 by 4 of the questions correctly from the subject mathematics. In mathematics, what did he do? He answered only 3 by 4 questions correctly. And when it comes to science, he answered 2 by 3 questions. 2 by 3 questions means of the total number of questions from the subject science, he answered only 2 by 3 correctly. Understood the question, children? From the total number of, say suppose Arjun had 30 questions. 30 questions from science. Okay, now from this science he answered 2 by 3 correctly. So 2 by 3 of 30 is 30 into 2 by 3. That is nothing but 30 into 2 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 tens are 30. So 10 into 2, that is nothing but 20. So what does this mean? Arjun answered 20 questions correctly. Now that is what they have given us the information in the question. Now what should we find out? In which subject will his score be more? Now did they give the number of questions here? Yes, if they gave the total number of questions, we would have find out the number of questions answered correctly and then compare in which he will score more. Yes, the more number of correct answers and the score will be more. Here we have simply given with the fractions of questions answered correctly. So what will our solution be? Again in word problems, what is important, children? We write the steps for the word problem. First, we need to write the information given in the question. The first information given was questions answered correctly in mathematics is 3 by 4 and questions answered correctly in science is our 2 by 3. Yes, questions answered correctly in mathematics is 3 by 4 and questions answered correctly in science is 2 by 3. Now we have to compare these fractions. Only upon comparing we will know which is the in which he'll score more. Yes, children. So we need to compare to find out in which he answered more number of correct questions. For comparing the fractions 3 by 4 and 2 by 3, do you remember how to compare unlike fractions? These are unlike fractions with different denominators, right children? Yes, these are unlike fractions. Now how to compare? We have two methods. The first one is LCM method and the other one is cross multiplication method. Now coming to the LCM of the given numbers 4 and 3 is 12. See, the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. The multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16. So what is the least common multiple here? 12 is the least common multiple. Of 4 and 3, the LCM is 12. Now we should convert these into like fractions which have the denominator 12. So 3 into 4 into what gives us 12? 4 into 3 gives us 12. So multiplying the numerator also with 3. 3 3s are 9 and 4 3s are 12. So our first fraction is now 9 by 12. And coming to the second one, 2 by 3. Now 3 into what gives us 12 children? 3 into 4 is equal to 12. So again we have to multiply 4 with the numerator as well. 2 into 4, 8. So our two like fractions are 9 by 12 and 8 by 12. Now as these two are like fractions, how do we compare? Here the denominators are same. 12 and 12, the denominators are same. So we compare the numerators. The fraction with the greater numerator is our greater fraction. Now in 9 and 8, which is the greater number? 9 is the greater number. So 9 by 12 is greater than 8 by 12. Again, if you remember, we should not write the answer like this. We should write the original unlike fractions given in the question. 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 3. Here 9 by 12 is nothing but 3 by 4. And 8 by 12 is nothing but 2 by 3. So 3 by 4 is greater than 2 by 3. And what was this 2 by 3 children? 2 by 3 were the number of correct questions answered in the subject mathematics. So as he has answered more correct questions in maths, he will score more in mathematics. Yes, understanding the logic, right children? If we in the subjects mathematics and science, Arjun has answered more correct answers from mathematics, so he will score more in our mathematics when compared to the subject science. Yes, I hope the word problem is clear, the first one. Now coming to the second example. Chitra participated in 2 marathons successively in 2 weekends. In the first marathon, she ran 7.5 kilometers, and in the second marathon, she ran 6 2 by 3 kilometers. Now, what is the total distance covered by her in the 2 marathons? Now, first let us understand the question. What did Chitra do here? She participated in 2 marathons successively in 2 weekends. What is a marathon? Marathon is a sort of competition, and also sometimes marathons are not competitions, they are just conducted for the purpose of spreading awareness or for a good cause. Marathon simply means running for a long distance. Okay, when a group of people participate together in such marathons. Now what did Chitra do? Chitra participated in 2 marathons successively in 2 weekends. What is the weekend? Saturday and Sunday is called as a weekend, right? So in one weekend she participated in one marathon, and in the next weekend she participated in the other marathon. Successively means one after the other. This weekend and the next weekend. Now in the first marathon she ran how many kilometers? She ran 7.5 kilometers. Yes, and in the second marathon she ran 6 2 by 3 kilometers. Okay children, now what should we find out with this information? We should find out the total distance covered by her in the 2 marathons. What should we find out? The total distance covered. Now see children, if you are not able to understand this question because of the fractions, you can consider it as whole numbers. Suppose she ran 7 kilometers in she ran 7 kilometers in first marathon and 6 kilometers in the second marathon. Then what will be the total distance covered? To find out the total distance, we will add these two. Yes, we will add both the kilometers that she has run in the first and second marathon. So here 7 1 by 2 and 6 2 by 3 are given. Instead of whole numbers, we are having mixed fractions. A part of whole number and also a part of a fraction. Yes children, whole number and a proper fraction. We are having two mixed fractions. Now again, to find out the total distance covered, we need to add 7 1 by 2 plus 6 2 by 3 kilometers. Then we'll get the total distance covered. So before writing the solution children, again what should we do in word problems? First we need to write down the information that is given in the question. What did they give first? Distance covered in the first marathon is 7 1 by 2 kilometers. Distance covered in the second marathon is 6 2 by 3 kilometers. Then we will come to the solving part. Total distance covered would be 7 1 by 2 plus 6 2 by 3. Let me write it here, 7 1 by 2 plus 6 2 by 3. Again if you remember, we have two methods of adding like fractions. What is the first one? We'll add the whole numbers and the fractions separately. 7 plus 6 and then plus 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3, our whole numbers plus the proper fractions. 7 plus 6 13 plus 1 by 2 plus 2 by 3. How will we add them children? Again we have LCM here. We have to take the LCM. The multiples of 2 are 2, 4 and 6. The multiples of 3 are 3, 6 and 9. The LCM is 6 here. So 1 into 3 by 2 into 3 plus 2 into 2 by 3 into 2. Why am I multiplying with 3 here? Because 2 3s are 6 and here 3 2s are 6. Now if we add them together, 1 into 3 3 divided by 6 plus 2 into 2 4 divided by 6. Then 13 as it is children, will not touch the whole number. First we'll complete the addition of the fractions and then we combine it with the whole number. 3 by 6 plus 4 by 6 is 3 plus 4 whole divided by 6. That is nothing but 13 plus 3 plus 4 7 is 13 plus 7 by 6. Now this is our whole number, but if you look at 7 by 6, it is an improper fraction. Yes children, we have to convert it into again a mixed number. See why? Because in a mixed number we always have a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Yes, we cannot have an improper fraction. So when we divide 7 by 6, 6 ones are 6. When we subtract, 1 is remaining. So the answer is 1 1 by 6. So 7 by 6 is nothing but 1 1 by 6. Now again if we add here 13 plus 1 14, then the fraction 1 by 6. 14 1 by 6 becomes our final answer here. Understood children? 14 1 by 6 kilometers. Or else if you are not comfortable this way, 7 1 by 2 plus 6 2 by 3. First you can convert both of these into improper fractions. 7 2s are 14 plus 1 15 by 2 plus 6 3s are 18 plus 2 20 by 3. Now again the denominators are different, so we need to find out the LCM. As we have already done, the LCM of 2 and 3 is equal to 6. Yes. So we have to multiply here 2 with 3 to get 6 and multiply 3 with 2 to get 6. 15 into 3 45 divided by 6 plus 20 into 2 40 divided by 6. That is nothing but here now we have the same denominators. So 45 plus 40 divided by 6, that is equal to 85 divided. Now this is an improper fraction, so we have to convert it into a mixed fraction. Yes, we have 6 ones are 6. When we subtract, 2 is remaining, 5 brought down, 6 fours are 24. When we subtract, 1 is remaining. So 14, 1 by 6 is our answer. Yes, 14 the quotient becomes the whole number, 1 the remainder is our numerator, and 6 is our denominator. So again, no matter whichever method we follow, the total distance covered by Chitra in the 2 marathons is 14 1 by 6 kilometers, children. Again, here in the question, the distance covered by her is given in kilometers. Yes, so again even in the answer we have to mention kilometers. The total distance covered is 14 1 by 6 kilometers. Understood, children? Now coming to the next example, Tina's father gave her 1000 rupees as pocket money to spend during her tour. She spent 1 by 4 to buy a dress and 2 by 5 to buy a handbag. How much money is left with her? Now what are they saying? Tina's father gave Tina 1000 rupees. Yes, so Tina got 1000 rupees as her pocket money from her father to spend. Now from this 1000, she spent 1 by 4 of the money. From this 1000, she spent 1 by 4 of the money to buy a dress for her. And then again from this 1000, she spent 2 by 5 of the money to buy a handbag for her. Now we have to find out after spending. What should we find out? After spending 1 by 4 to buy a dress and 2 by 5 of the money to buy a handbag, we must find out how much money is left with her. Yes, after spending, how much is she left with? Now when we come to the solution, what will be the steps, children? Fraction of money spent on her dress is 1 by 4. Yes, and then we have fraction of money spent on handbag is 2 by 5. Now fraction of money spent on both the things is 1 by 4 plus 2 by 5. See children, suppose if we say that Tina has got 10 rupees as her pocket money. Okay, and from this 10 rupees she has spent 1 rupee to buy a dress and then she has spent 2 rupees to buy a bag. Suppose, okay, I know that she cannot buy a dress and a bag for 1 or 2 rupees, but for example if we consider like this, now what will be the amount left with Tina after spending? What should you do? The total amount spent is 1 plus 2, that is 3, and when we subtract this spent amount from the total amount, we'll get the amount left. Yes children, so in the same way here we are given fractions, that 1 by 4th is spent on the dress and 2 by 5 is spent on bag. Now how much amount will she be left with? So the same concept, the same logic is applied here. Add both the fractions, 1 by 4 plus 2 by 5. 1 by 4 plus 2 by 5. Now here children, these are unlike fractions, right? So we need to find out the LCM. The multiples of 4 are these and the multiples of 5 are these. What is the LCM here? 20 is our LCM. So we need to represent these two like fractions as with 20 as a denominator. Now when will we get 20? 4 into 5. So multiplying the numerator with 5 as well. Now here 5 into 4 is 20. So multiplying the numerator as well. 1 into 5, 5 by 20 plus 2 into 4, 8 by 20. It is nothing but 5 plus 8 divided by 20 is equal to 13 by 20. Yes children. Now how did I add these together? Because these two are like fractions, 5 by 20 and 8 by 20, we can simply add the numerators and retain the common denominator. Now what is this 13 by 20? It is the fraction of money spent on both the things. What are both the things here? On the dress and the bag. So when we combine both, the Chitra here has spent 13 by 20 of the given amount. Now she is left with how much? What you can do is, as we are, this 13 by 20 is just a fraction. So what will be the whole? Always will consider 1 as whole, children. What will we consider? 1 as whole. So from this one, she has spent 13 by 20. So how will we subtract? Here the denominator is 1 and here the denominator is 20. Now when we have 1 and any other number, the LCM will be the number itself, 20. Okay, the LCM of 1 and 20 is 20. So 1 into 20 minus 13 by 20 into 1 into 1. So 20 by 20 minus 13 by 20. When we subtract, we are left with 7 by 20. We are only left with 7 by 20 of the whole money. Here the whole is considered as 1. But what is the actual whole? That is the actual money, 10,000. So from this 10,000, if we take 20,000, 10,000 into 7 divided by 20, 20 ones are 20 and we have 2500s are 10,000. 500 into 7 will give us 3,500 as the answer. So 3,500 rupees is left with Chitra. Understood children? 1 minus the amount spent, fraction of amount spent will give us the fraction of amount left. But we do not want the fraction of amount left. We want how much amount is left. So we are multiplying this fraction with the total amount. Then we got rupees 3,500 as our answer. Or what you can do is, you can first multiply 10,000 with 13 by 20. How much will it be? Again 500s are 4,500. Yes children, so 4,500 is spent. Now here children, these are unlike fractions, right? So we need to find out the LCM. The multiples of 4 are these and the multiples of 5 are these. What is the LCM here? 20 is our LCM. So we need to represent these two like fractions as with 20 as a denominator. Now when will we get 20? 4 into 5. So multiplying the numerator with 5 as well. Now here 5 into 4 is 20. So multiplying the numerator as well. 1 into 5, 5 by 20 plus 2 into 4, 8 by 20. It is nothing but 5 plus 8 divided by 20 is equal to 13 by 20. Yes children. Now how did I add these together? Because these two are like fractions, 5 by 20 and 8 by 20, we can simply add the numerators and retain the common denominator. Now what is this 13 by 20? It is the fraction of money spent on both the things. What are both the things here? On the dress and the bag. So when we combine both, The Chitra here has spent 13 by 20 of the given amount. Now she is left with how much? What you can do is, as we are, this 13 by 20 is just a fraction. So what will be the whole? Always will consider 1 as whole, children. What will we consider? 1 as whole. So from this 1, she has spent 13 by 20. So how will we subtract? Here the denominator is 1 and here the denominator is 20. Now when we have 1 and any other number, the LCM will be the number itself, 20. Okay, the LCM of 1 and 20 is 20. So 1 into 20 minus 13 by 20 into 1 into 1. So 20 by 20 minus 13 by 20. When we subtract, we are left with 7 by 20. We are only left with 7 by 20 of the whole money. Here the whole is considered as 1. But what is the actual whole? That is the actual money, 10,000. So from this 10,000, if we take 20,000, 10,000 into 7 divided by 20, 20 ones are 20 and we have 2500s are 10,000. 500 into 7 will give us 3,500 as the answer. So 3,500 rupees is left with Chitra. Understood, children? 1 minus the amount spent, fraction of amount spent will give us the fraction of amount left. But we do not want the fraction of amount left. We want how much amount is left. So we are multiplying this fraction with the total amount. Then we got rupees 3,000. Money remaining is 7 by 20 into 1000. Sorry, I thought that this was 10,000. So we got 3,500 as our answer. But if we take 1000, the answer will be 350, children. Now another way to find out this would be, the total amount is 10,000, right? Yes, so 10,000 into 13 by, sorry, the total amount is 1000, right? Yes, so 1000 into 13 by 20. 20 ones are 20 50s are. So 13 into 50 is equal to 650. Now 650 is the amount spent. 1000 rupees is the total amount minus 650 is the amount spent. Now when we subtract, we will be left with 350. Yes, this is the amount Chitra is left with. Understood, children? These are the two ways of solving this problem. You can multiply the fraction of amount spent by the total amount, so that you will get the amount spent. And if we subtract the amount spent from the total amount 1000, we will get 350 rupees. That is the amount left with her after buying a dress and a bag. Now coming to the next example, your mother gave 16 chocolates and asked you to give 1 by 4 to your sister. How many chocolates will she give you? Will you give your sister? Now from 16, I have to give 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 of 16 chocolates are to be given. If you remember, what did I say? Here of is nothing but we need to multiply. So 1 by 4 into 16 will be the number of chocolates that I should give. 1 into 16 divided by 4. 1 16s are 16 divided by 4. We know that when we multiply 16 by 4, 4 4s are 16. The remainder is 0. Answer is 4. So 4 chocolates are to be given by me to my sister. Understood, children? It is a very simple question. I need to give 1 by 4 of the 16 chocolates. So 1 by 4 of 16 is nothing but 1 by 4 into 16. When we multiply these two together, we'll get 4 as our final answer. So therefore, 4 chocolates should be given to your sister. I hope this is clear. Next example. Here 3 by 4. Okay. 3 by 4 of a cake is kept on the table. Now Sudesh had 1 by 2 of it. How much of the whole cake did Sudesh have? See, from the total cake, this 3 by 4 was kept on the table. Now from this 3 by 4, Sudesh had half. From this 3 by 4, Sudesh had half. Now from the whole cake, how much part did Sudesh have? Understood, children? It's not half of 3 by 4. I think it's not visible, right? We should not find half of 3 by 4. We should find how much did he have in the from the whole cake. So this is the whole cake. From that cake, how much part, this shaded part, are you able to see this? So this shaded part has been eaten by our Suresh. We need to represent it in terms of fractions. So fraction of the whole cake ate by Sudesh is, how much did he ate? He ate 1 by 2 of 3 by 4. He ate 1 by 2 of 3 by 4. So again, as I said, of here means we need to multiply 1 by 2 into 3 by 4. How do we multiply two fractions, children? Multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. 1 into 3, 3. 2 4s are 8. So Sudesh had 3 by 8 of the whole cake. Now how much? Yes, understood. Are you understanding the difference? See, from 3 by 4, he ate only half. From 3 by 4, he ate half. So from the fraction that was kept on the table, from that he ate only half. But if we consider the whole cake, from that whole cake, Sudesh had 3 by 8 of the cake. This is the difference, children. When we are talking here, when we are talking about the fraction of the cake that is kept on the table, from that Sudesh had only half. But if we talk from the whole cake point of view, from the whole cake, Sudesh had how much? Sudesh had 3 by 8. I can explain this with the help of a diagram as well. See, this is 3 by 4, and from this 3 by 4, Sudesh had half. If we divide this cake into 8 equal parts, how many parts are shaded? 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So only 3 out of 8 parts. Sudesh ate 3 by 8 of the whole cake. But when we look at the only 3 by 4, Sudesh ate only half of this. But when we look from the whole cake point of view, Sudesh ate 3 by 8 of the whole cake. Understood, children? What are these? These are the word problems based on fractions. Now here we are having few word problems to solve from the exercise. See, two brothers reached home in 5 by 6 of an hour and 4 by 9 of an hour respectively. Who took less time to reach? How do we know? If we compare these fractions. Yes, these are unlike fractions. Convert them into like fractions and compare, or you can cross multiply them and compare. Yes. Now next question 2. Anil walked 3 1 by 5 kilometers on Saturday and 2 4 by 5 kilometers on Sunday. How many kilometers did he walk altogether? Again, how will we find out? Adding these two. 3 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5 will give us the total number of kilometers he walked. Yes, children, with this we've come to the end of today's class. I hope today's class was clear. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other information regarding online classes.